What's up, stream? Thanks for joining us tonight. This lovely Friday evening for a little bit of Granblue action. I am Dormancy207. I'm joined here with Monkey Business this evening.
Yes, you are. I am pleased to be here for the most exclusive Granblue Fantasy versus action. You will find the most exclusive Casa we have ever had. Only 3 people made it in. It's invite only, of course. So we're making an exhibition out of it. It'll be a round robin of first to threes between all the competitors we have here. Some familiar names in the mix. You want to tell me about some of the people you know going into this one, Dustin?
Well, the big obvious name is Teiga, who will always get here for a championship and usually take it. So Teiga's in the mix. Both Xerom and FBoy are familiar names, so I haven't seen them play for a few weeks, and I'm forgetting sort of their characters, but definitely familiar to the Casa lineup.
Mm-hmm.
3 regulars tonight. You can always count on your regulars.
Yeah,
Uh,
F-Boy has switched from Grand to Catalina, and I think is enjoying
ah,
her a lot more. So, fundamentally sound character choice, right? Always invested in big normals, great frame data projectiles, a nice simple game plan. I think practicing a character like that gets you better at 2D fighting games in general. So I'm excited for F-Boy to continue playing that character. I assume we'll see it. We'll have plenty of chances to see it, regardless of winners or losers bracket, because those things don't exist today. And it's
bunch of
honestly kind of
winners
a
tonight.
relief, right? Everyone's a winner. Yeah, it is impossible to be eliminated in that
The placements
sense.
are all meddled
Yeah,
on the outgoing tweet tonight,
isn't that so fantastic?
and it feels good. That's why you show
Yeah.
up.
Everyone's going to get added, and you'll be worth celebrating. The likes and retweets will still pile up for your name, so thank you for coming here. Casa values every second we get of Granblue Fantasy versus action, especially me. I have been playing this game so intensely the past week.
Yeah,
Good
I want
good
to play with you more.
connection, room, lobby, ranked. I've been everywhere, meeting people. Just yesterday, I was playing Cheesy T, a Matera player based in Buffalo, which is my former scene. He was a Street Fighter V training partner of mine, and we still hadn't played in Granblue somehow. And we had the most exciting set I've played in a fighting game in a long time. It just never ended, thanks to endless room matches. And afterwards, I asked for a critique of my playstyle, and the score was pretty even. But he roasted me, and I was like, "Yo, this is really helpful. Thanks a lot, man."
Yeah, you love the like 9-10 score, and they're just like, you got crushed. Everything you did was wrong.
Your neutral really needs work. I'm like, wait.
I
So you're saying
guess
if I put in the work, I could be
I could
20-0ing
10-0
everybody in my
Yeah.
path? Yeah.
I mean, I guess
Okay.
that's maybe the best advice you can get is like, stay humble, right? Like, you can have a close set and then
Mhm.
still be like, I could do so much better this whole time.
Yeah, and I was especially thankful because it affirmed the reason I asked the question in the first place, which was, am I too dependent on set play as Percival, a character with some of the biggest normals in the game and excellent specials to control space? Slow and sluggish ones, sure, but if you play each move at its range, it's one of the best moves in the game for its range.
Yeah.
Slightly outside of the range of your 5M, Gunflame, Light Gunflame will hit and be way plus on block, right? Uh, Within the range of your 5L, close L rather, hey, you're +2. You can quickly dash into command grab because this has the least pushback of any normal in the whole game. Percival's close L. And it's so hard for me to not make my gameplay about that, right? Because that's
Yeah.
something I'm guaranteed to have the opportunity to do. People's neutral game plan is always different. To succeed and thrive in neutral, you have to be adaptable fundamentally. Um, that's the strength of a player like Teiga with that big master rank icon. You develop that adaptability through experience, and nothing tells you you have experience like the master rank in Granblue Fantasy Versus, because ranking up is so hard. You get matched up against people lower rank than you, and the game gives you nothing.
Well,
you you get nothing but the chance to let them suddenly boost their rank a lot.
I just went on rank today and like ran into the same person twice and got smoked, and they were like, it was like, I'm just well, now I'm B1 again or whatever, but like I was just A5 and I got someone A1, which I feel like the differential between someone who's like ground that out, you know, at a slow speed recently, and someone who just like hit the other side of A is super high. So I kind of got like closer to the win the second time I ran into them, but also like just warming up and trying to get my brain wrapped around the game, I got crushed, and it's just like, it's such a slog sometimes, like going unranked and having like your off day, you know, kick you like 2 days away from what your goal was.
Yeah, right. We focus our discourse around the online experience in fighting games around rollback netcode, but even bad ranked systems can be kind of discouraging because you want to be placed appropriately for matchmaking, and you also want a good title that you think describes how good you currently are at the game.
Right. Yeah, you want your little achievement thing, you want your icon, and like, I get that, but and some people get really kind of like anxious about their ranked climb and like, you know, losing points that day, and like ultimately it doesn't matter if it is kind of like situating you with other players that you're like, you know, having a challenge against. But with all that considered, like the lobby system in this game, you know, being able to just get a group of friends and throw like matches in rotation, it's like pretty manageable. And I think that in my experience, it's been like a really good connection with people semi-locally. Like it's obviously nothing is direct to the offline experience, but being able to still like round up everyone into a Discord channel and like get everyone in the same room, password up, like it's pretty good. It still feels like I'm getting to take that chunk out of my week to like just like dig in with my friends. So that's been really good.
That's where the fun happens and the learning too. There's a trend you'll find where every player that's SSS rank or SS or master, they have so many lobby match wins compared to ranked match wins. It's always way higher. That's where you learn matchups. I should have been inviting my friend Cheesy T to grind the Matera matchup with me, but instead we met randomly because we both happened to be on in New York Lobby 01, where all the real shit goes down.
Yes. Yeah, praise be to New York Lobby 01.
Yeah.
A bastion for Granblue players in August 2020.
Yeah, New York has firmly claimed Granblue Fantasy Versus as its
I think you were the one
game
that told me that there's the one setup right at the top that's like first to 3.
Yep, only the one you spawned in next to is first to 3.
There's just like so much like gravity to that choice. Like it feels so fateful if you see people lined up over there.
These matches down in the commoners area where we all play first to 2s like it's some joke. I know you 2-0'd me, but meet me at the first to 3 cab by the captain's helm. This shit is just going practice. Down. Yeah. And it's marked with 3 stars next to the cab floating in the air, so there's some kind of visual indicator that it might be first to 3, but I didn't put that together until I played on it and got more options to rematch even after winning twice.
Yeah.
Damn, I actually just had to tell you I was winning twice when I discovered it. That's ego, right? That's who I am as a fighting game player. And that's another reason to play. You know, beyond titles. Winning in Granblue, you see like when you win with your super that just barely kills, the screen turns blue with that finish. The game pops off for you. It is so fun to bust ass in this game.
Yeah, they like build in like the extra cutscene for when you win with your like super skybound, right? Like everyone's got just that little bit more like kind of pushes it over the edge from like anime Street Fighter to anime, right? Like if there's a meter, then it goes a little bit past its limiter every time you win with the super.
The unique win poses that are never a downgrade either. I especially like them on Luane. It looks like we have a match loading in right now.
Dream and everything.
Yeah. So speaking of me enjoying the feeling of winning, the character with which that happens is always Percival, and Teiga is somebody who I'm very thankful for. They picked up Percival in addition to playing Lancelot. So both of those, what are they, Dragon Knights in the Granblue?
Yeah.
Realm?
Yep.
Yeah. The Dragon Knights are well represented here by Teiga, who is going up against Xerom Charlotta. Real popular character and
Xerom's
also a master player. So, incredibly excited for this one, I am. Talking like Yoda as well.
As popular as this character is, I feel like I haven't seen much of them recently, and I want to say that like people are figuring out some matchup importance here that's like helped out a lot. It's not to say that Charlotte is bad, but I think that through like experience, she's becoming more manageable.
Yeah, and Percival has actually never struggled managing Charlotta neutral game plan because Percival's a pretty unique character in that his 8-frame 5M is so big that you get to punish Charlotta balls from surprisingly long range. Yeah, a range that Charlotta players aren't used to. A place you're going to be familiar with, got to get used to it, is the corner. But Teiga actually just did a 5L after the super there.
Yeah, keeping it kind of tame.
Yeah. Completely content to walk back, has a lot of space to work with, and can kill off of one EX Lord Strike buffer, but he got EP instead.
Wow, lucky break for him right there.
For sure. And so
Even
Xerom making the most of the
one touch game, and that is one touch that might do it.
I don't think so. I think
off the jab, yeah.
3-hit auto combo jab, maybe dead. Dead, yeah. I was wrong.
This is the Karen of Granblue, right? Does it kill?
Yeah.
Oh, why does it kill?
This and it's Charlotta's SSBA too, which does do even more damage than
so much
SSBAs. Yeah. Spot dodge a great answer for everything in that Lord Strike dash, other than the low, which recovers real quick.
Those mid-screen conversions of this character really kind of push your damage forward a bit.
Defensive throw tech from Teiga actually works out for him. Gets another one. You can tell it's defensive throw tech because he's back throwing his opponent towards mid-screen. So Xerom could be getting some counter hits here. Instead he's pushed towards the corner.
And just goes to the charges. I like that.
Yeah, Teiga never shies away from getting all 5. It does take a long ass time. Charlotta could use that time to run in on you, but Xerom's not too worried either. Knows that Xerom could also kill in one hit.
I don't know if he could have picked up from that range off that low, but...
Yeah, you can only combo off that
Great
low
dodge.
with 5M unless it's counter hit. So maybe the prayer there is that it'll be counter hit, launch higher, and then you can get that H and kill.
Yeah. Can't play the fireball game here.
Yeah, and can convert off it. Just out of range of the H, Teiga maybe could have micro dashed. But either way, low risk, pretty high reward so far for Teiga.
Oh yeah. Xerom found his way in though.
Yeah, and does not have to worry about the wall bounce off of that combo because EX Ball is gone. And now Xerom kind of cornered themselves. And so Gunflame puts in the work. 5 stocks this whole time for Teiga, not spending any meter, any stocks. Very rich is this Lord right now.
The resources are piling up. Just hoarding wealth.
Absolutely. Even with the 100 super, ready to confirm hard. EX Lord Strike coming back, it's at the ready.
Wow.
And DP on reaction.
Don't ever check my reactions.
Yeah, don't check my quick input reactions. I do that to Lancelot players too when they do Gorilla Blade. That's a clean reaction, even before Gorilla Blade got slowed down. Like never underestimate Percival, quick DP reaction, and all the Percival players love doing it. Minimizing the scaling here.
Those like hype moments. Sweeping a Gorilla Blade makes me feel like a genius every time.
Yeah, right. And doing anything in a Gorilla Blade feels like a righteous act of God.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, that's a great reaction though. And great use of quick super to get there. Already putting Teiga in the corner is Xerom.
Close the gap with the ball and, ooh, neutral jump. Interesting.
Not anti-air either. So basically equal life. Xerom's got all the cooldowns ready.
10 seconds on the clock. That's going to be important. Ooh, jump back. Really smart.
Yeah, you jump back knowing that you might land on Charlotta as she does ball. And what players do you know that anti-air you jumping back? They have to be committed to running forward to anti-air you jumping back. And that obviously did not happen that time.
Yeah, it's really tough to find an anti-air and jump back outside of a few characters.
Another problem that Charlotte in particular will have dealing with jump back is that she doesn't confirm very well from very far away in the same way that Percival does incredibly well. As you see right off that anti-air, 2H counter hit, Lord Strike dash, Mito's conversion, already strong even in the air.
What's the DP? Didn't arrow punish.
Now we're in a great range. The super sets are ready to make almost any touch kill. That's a counter hit and
no.
Every time.
Spend it for fun. I like that.
Yeah, spend it for that big blue flash. Show us what the blue in Granblue is about.
It's one of those games where you should do your best to end every round with 0 meter. all your cooldowns burn, just like that's how you put on the best show, right?
Yeah, flashy and also non-regrettable. All the resources start over next round. That's my favorite thing to fighting you too. Sometimes Guilty Gear does it too.
Yeah.
Incentivizes you to use everything.
Right. The mix of it in Guilty Gear is really nice because like burst doesn't translate, so you do have to think about holding onto that. But then your other meter, it's like, oh no, like cash it, like.
Yeah, all the tension. Yeah.
Oof. Hard to punish those whiffed Blanca balls, you know?
Wow, empty jump, just to bait 2H, and then with punishing the 2H, with ball into full combo. Genius from Xerom, but do you deal with this wake up super? Do you punish it? You can't, you're Charlotta. So you take the demon flip.
Yeah, enjoy the plus frames, right? At least give you a little bit of mix.
Yeah, and there goes Teiga trying to turn steal at -1 off the EX Lord Strike low.
Yep.
Xerom plays patient, nothing to worry about, just punishes the DP right after. One thing to look for against Percival players is they're more likely to want to press buttons after EX Lord Strike low if they're in the range of their 5-frame close hell, and in that situation, Teiga just was not.
Right.
Huge damage on the
Great anti-air.
player. Yeah.
Love that 3-hit combo. Wow.
Yeah.
What a round.
Yeah, big combo demonstration here from Teiga. That's the ideal Percival pace.
Oh, it's a little too far away for the hands there.
Yeah, amazing use of the range on EXDP.
Yeah.
Crushing Charlotta. I think that might be air unblockable, but it's hard to get that to work because Percival moves so far forward.
Right. Yeah, Teiga's got a really good sort of sense of where that move lands, I feel. We've seen him whiff punish like fireballs with it last week really effectively, and just kind of sit in these ranges where you can almost use it like Ibuki EX Raida in the same way that you can use it like a Dragon Punch.
And then he's also anti-airing with it too.
Yeah, really clever. You get a lot of mileage off one tool, you know?
Yes, totally. And you have it at the press of 2 buttons, forward plus easy input. The chip's adding up now here for Charlotta.
Yep.
All out of cooldowns though.
Ooh, yanked. It's gonna do a lot of damage, but it is scaled.
Yeah, it won't be killing, but we'll be keeping the opponent in the corner. And chip is going to become a factor real soon. I'm not sure how many cooldowns Teiga has left, but... Oh, she's dead! Wow.
I was certain that was not going to kill.
I was so prepared for the future of applying chip. I thought it'd be a pixel. I really thought it'd be just that range of life where the bar is no longer even visible.
The windscreen where like the animation's not even over, and it's just like, yeah man, you won, but you're still talking. Like, it's so beautiful.
And down goes Teiga, trying to 2H.
Weird.
Got it this time though. No conversion. That's a finicky thing about Lord Strike.
Was that to try to punish a reversal? Because you could do whatever you want after that reversal. I would just sit and block if you're looking to do that. I think the sway might have been an accident.
It could be, yeah. Sometimes I accidentally get sway when I'm wondering if I should be using back to block or the guard button, and I forget to let go of back before pressing block.
2 guards do not make a block.
That said, if you're jumping on Percival's wake up, you probably want to go over his EXDP.
Yeah. Great with punish.
That is one reason that Teiga's been showing a lot of the light DP instead of EX, making sure they can't go over it, even if it's not air unblockable. Also, what a swap, right?
What a conversion.
Yeah. H into super. And that's a super, by the way. You can hold, and there's a built-in mind game around it, especially if they don't have super to hit you. It's not usually punished when I use it. I'm just going to say that. So just press H into it. You don't even have to confirm.
Oh,
hey, there's the XTP. You know, Xerom was running forward so firmly that I thought running and dodging to the other side might have been the move to go through DP, but not. When you're down in the set and you know, you want to get that game, you're going to play aggressive.
Yep.
But now Teiga's on match point. Just a little bit more aggression from him could earn him a spot.
TP's out. A little bit more damage. Playing it safe.
With punishing H with the EX Blanca ball is Xerom. That H range from Percival's looking really troublesome because Teiga's using it, but not always using it when in its range. Sometimes it's just raw fireball from him, which you can't roll through the same way you do against Percival's H.
I think there was a jab confirm that got dropped.
Yeah, had 2 hits there. Oh, another one! The same point being made, Teiga has the reactions.
Ooh! No big punish, that's unfortunate. Anyone can do it.
This definitely can't. Oh, not on command grab.
We said that before.
It was M starter. I would be very surprised if this one kills. Yeah.
Okay. Just need a little more juice off of that.
Or chip. We don't have EX Lord Strike though, so that's harder to secure. Got EX Fireball though.
Oh, baits the super. You saw Teiga run into fake that. the double tap run and then hold back it worked perfectly.
It was such a short run, but I really understand Xerom's impulse to super, knowing the range of Percival's buttons. You think Percival wants to run up just briefly to get in range and press H and cancel off of it. But no, this time it was just running up to secure the last nail in the coffin for this particular first to 3. We got a couple more coming up in this show, and I don't know who's coming on next. We could have a totally fresh face coming in with FBoy, or we could run. Actually, it would be FBoy either
way,
versus
but we don't know
either,
who his opponent is.
Yes, you know, I figured round robin, I'd have less flubs on the bracketology, but even still, it's possible.
I think the dynamics. There's so much possibility, right? Like everyone fights everyone.
Yeah. Everyone is here.
Organization's a little less, in line, but at the same time, like, you can't be wrong.
Yes, exactly.
It's just a matter of when you're right versus being right.
My understanding of bracketology overall is just expanding. I will soon be a master, and I don't know if that's something I want to be a master of, knowing that it basically only applies to tournament organization.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. Nothing more important to be responsible of than a tournament in the fighting game community. Okay, so I think we've got Teiga staying on here because I see Lancelot on the screen and Katalina from FBoy. I hyped up the Katalina pick earlier. We were talking about big buttons, great fireballs, 2 things that Lancelot is excellent at getting around. Whether it's Gorilla Blade to be hitting hurt boxes of Katalina's big buttons, or using the slow fireball to approach against normal-based keep away, Lancelot has great answers, always.
Huge corner game for Lancelot. Ooh. Didn't get too much off the punish.
Yeah, definitely said punish. I think maybe FBoy was checking if it's punishable. But if you're doing that, you also can cancel an EX Fireball and get damage either way, right?
Ooh, good jab out.
Huge cross-up. Not the conversion that FBoy was hoping for. Maybe it wasn't expecting the cross-up, so it didn't have a special ready.
That jump you just hit the very last frame. It's kind of an interesting way to sort of counter the command jump.
Alright, we're in a 1 mix-up situation. Ooh. And FBoy baits the teleport and anti-air.
No mix necessary.
Yeah, just sit there and wait for the Lancelot to be greedy on wake up is what FBoy told themselves before taking that round pretty clean. A slow and methodical comeback. I was really hopeful for FBoy's Katalina. I already love it. And blocking the overhead, taking the turn. Pushing away with the projectile. But Teiga has perfect spacing on that sweep. So he's back in and he's doing damage. Looping. Yeah. Doing great damage while looping cooldowns and taking time doing so. Lancelot never has to worry about not having a cooldown ready. And the reset in the middle of the combo while standing.
Press 1 in the chat if you've ever seen that combo before.
Yeah.
It's such a classic at this point.
The combo and then the lack of combo into throw instead. That's pretty cheeky.
Ooh,
a little mean, I have to say. All the auto combo hits from FBoy. Meanwhile, Teiga teleports out. Really loving the air approach against FBoy, I think.
I have to commend Teiga for playing Lancelot into this matchup just because we're running to a situation where we are going to have the most character diverse bracket per person I've ever seen. People are like, when the metas are kind of bad, you know, and there's one character that's like super dominant, like, oh, there's 6 Selenas in bracket or whatever. This is going to be 3 people and at least 4 characters.
At least, right? I'm not even counting out Xerom maybe showing not Charlotta, and we have been talking about FBoy's Grand as well.
Yep, everyone's got a pocket. That's actually something I really like about this game is that the basic level understanding you need to have of the character is like the skill floor is small enough that you can dabble pretty easily, and like I don't know how many people really counterpick too hard in this game, but it's definitely an option, and I really like the option of a counterpick in a fighting game. I feel like it's underrated. People always want everyone to have enough tools to beat everyone else, and I get that, but I also think that, I don't know, games like Dota, like the whole idea of winning in the counterpick is really interesting to me.
Yeah, the rotation of character cycling, but
Yeah.
if you're a better Granblue player, you'll know it because a lot of the characters follow the same patterns.
Yeah.
A good 2L on a crouching opponent will always link into your close hand, you know?
Yep.
Every counter hit H links into
All
its
good
ult.
characters.
Yeah.
I have feelings. Certain characters could be good one day. I can't wait.
Everybody's got universal overhead, and
Yep.
on counter hit, which it does, baiting throws, you can very easily convert into huge damage. Even Beelzebub down there,
Yeah.
making it hurt. That's the 3rd time that Teiga's done the 3rd hit of Rekka.
Ooh.
I'm shocked every time. High risk, low reward, but Teiga's making it work. Even though the first time FBoy contested it really well.
It's good to threaten it. Ooh, threatening that overhead in a big way.
Yeah, and then a threatening air reset as well. Oh, dropped it this
Skips
time.
it. Ooh. Tries to punish the whiff throw with an overhead. That's one way to do it.
It's definitely possible. Even if you hit with an overhead from really
Ooh.
far away, you can make it count. And FBoy's got to make it count in the next game in this first of 3 because he's on the ropes now. I do feel for him. What a great character combo from Teiga. Very different styles. The speed of Lancelot with the RPS of Percival is just so powerful. And the big-ass space control, too. I mean, Lancelot will control it by just getting to you, and Percival will control it stationary.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting to think of a character like Lancelot as a space control character, but any rushdown character worth their salt is definitely controlling the space right up next to you.
And they do so super actively.
Oh,
Actively
misses the
laughing
punish.
with Teiga because you know he wanted that air hit punish. He wanted to show off
yeah.
the tech. He might get another chance. There's still another round to go, and FBoy could still bring it back like he did game 1.
Oh,
No counter hit this time.
oh no.
Oh, okay.
What
Not
does
a
he
combo
want?
choice from Teiga. Picks it up at the end though with the Rekka conversion. So this is match point Teiga, game point, set point. Not exactly sure what the term is for round robin, but the objective is the same for both players. Win,
Yep.
don't get hit.
You can call it a set.
Yeah. Got the interruption,
it's
FBoy,
unfortunate.
but unfortunately, yeah, got close L, really low hit stun. Didn't even combo on counter hit. You were in auto combo range though, so you gotta go for the auto combo to help there.
Yeah. And just the screen that it allows you if you connect that too. Oh no, he has to grab. FBoy
The
definitely
early
on the
tech
ropes.
the early tech is a good sign for FBoy that you can maybe bait throw with overhead and do so successfully.
It's out of there, but back in the corner. Oh, text to the last second. That's not going
Speaking
to
of
be
baiting
worth it.
throw, this is going to do huge damage and definitely not kill because it is
Yeah, and
Lancelot super.
Ends early, but it's not going to be enough to make the scaling worth, you know, seal the deal.
Yeah. Yep. FBoy has a lot of resources, but still out of real estate. That's the most important resource
And
against
slide into the
Lancelot, and he
fireball.
takes it right
Clean.
back. Yep, right with that slide.
Free real estate.
Definitely clean, as you were saying. I think Teiga just kept the pace going faster and faster, accelerating the whole set, which is why things kind of got better for him past game 1, round 1.
Yeah.
Which Shermie was looking strong in, but Shermie was losing composure in the corner, where there, to be honest, is only a few chances to break out and regain composure. I mean, Lancelot makes you feel that way, and Teiga pilots that to perfection.
It's definitely the mark of like a really strong player like Teiga to kind of have a first round that is like slow and maybe has some like faulty lines of play just to suss out what your opponent's doing. And you see that kind of ramp up process over the course of a set where first round is like kind of neck and neck, second round like a little better for one player, and then it kind of snowballs, right?
Yeah. So, what I guess everyone was really present in the lobby. Almost no delay between matches here. We got Xerom versus FBoy.
This is what
He's
happens when you got the regulars,
yeah.
People are
They stick
ready.
around. They follow the rules, house
Yep.
rules, Casa rules, and they play going up against the record of Teiga, who went 3-1 and then 3-0. Pretty hard to beat in a round robin, but second place is the second most important placement of the whole tournament, or round robin, whatever it is.
You could argue that this is losers finals.
Yeah. And
I said there was no losers tonight, but I might have been lying.
It was losers finals, but with winners finals played after losers semis, because FBoy has to play twice in a row even after losing.
It's reverse grands.
Yeah, exactly. So the bracket was run in a unprofessional, out of order, old school FGC style.
Oh yeah. Tell it to Yelp or whatever. Is there a version of Yelp for the FGC yet?
No,
make
it's
something
just Twitter.
really toxic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
It's
GP's
just
out.
Twitter. Yeah, what a huge life lead. FBoy always starting strong, regardless of what happened in the most immediate game. And this combo won't hurt as bad because Charlotta did put herself in the corner for it. But the next ones could hurt a lot more. We're blue life
love
for both
tabs.
players. Yeah, 100% super. SSBA at the ready.
Oh no. Those characters jump-ins are so scary.
Yeah, Charlotta almost the only character who will always be able to combo from her jump L at any height.
That's so interesting.
Mhm.
Just a hit stun thing?
Yeah, a very bizarrely large hit stun. She never misses it. She can hit you so high in the air with jump L with still combo.
Ooh.
And Shermie
Get out
keeping
there.
the meter.
And
Yeah, still not
holding
spending
onto it.
EXs. Yep. You can definitely make it hurt in the corner as Katalina. I think it's possible to make an argument either way. Maybe saving meter for H conversions, making them be touch of death instead of strong conversions.
Maybe, but I'm always there to cash cooldowns in the corner. I feel like that's where you're getting your damage. If you have the corner situation, you got to make it work.
I agree with you also because I'm afraid of not using resources at all.
Yeah. I mean, like I was saying earlier about having no bar at the end of your match. Oh,
Sure, we
jab
could have made
reset.
that count.
Not sure.
FBoy definitely needed that super off the air there. Can now maybe set up a chip situation with a couple more specials.
Oh.
But pressing a
yeah.
button trying to punish Charlotta Ball,
Classic.
and that is how you go down. All the Charlottas stealing their turn with that super and killing you with it. Xerom.
I respect it.
Yeah. Respecting
It's the
it,
right
of
thing
course.
to do.
It's not your turn until you prove it is.
Yep.
By punishing the attempted turn steal.
Ooh. Wow, that was a good pickup.
Out of the air, too.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
There's another cross-up conversion. While Shermie moves forward, we've seen Xerom cross over Shermie and get full combos twice now. Maybe has to be ready with a anti-cross-up anti-air, whether that's jump air throw or something. I don't know, but it keeps happening.
Yeah, I think getting that one button reversal ready to start checking those is going to be super important.
And it's gonna have to start happening soon. We're pretty
Now
close.
would
to
be
the
a
end of this
great
round.
time. Unfortunate jump in.
It's a great way to pay throw though. Just as good as counter hit overhead is just neutral jump into a conversion. It's not as big of damage, but it can be a lot less risky because it doesn't lose to spot dodge the same way. And do you know about the spot dodge throw tech OS?
Spot dodge throw tech? No.
Yeah, so the Master Rank players definitely love this thing. You can do throw tech plus spot dodge and have throws get teched instantly, like not even delayed throw tech.
Yep.
And also spot dodge in the event of normals coming out.
Wow.
Full punish against run up overhead or attacking a throw. It's really good.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But
Making
neutral
it
jump
making
overhead.
time for like normals and overhead. I feel like the overhead comes out pretty slowly.
But the spot dodge is just that invincible.
Yeah. All right. Time to seal it up. Nice. Finish your plate. Let's go. F-Boy on the board.
Yeah, that's clean plate club for F-Boy. That dish in the sink, shining, glimmering right now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's got to lay it out to dry. In round 3.
Yeah, once it's dry, you can maybe have a second meal out of the opponent. We're consumers of fighting games, and so we try to eat the opponent's inputs with counter hits, I'm sure.
or trigger activations.
Yeah, yep, definitely. Freezing the screen. Screen freezing is a great resource in fighting games.
Yeah, you gotta know when to use it.
Granblue, I don't think has screen freeze at will on any character, but I would appreciate it under any circumstance. I appreciate the throw. Establishing mix-ups now is F-Boy.
Yeah, and keeping the life lead pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's very manageable, and if F-Boy can get to the other side, maybe have Xerom cross themselves up, then you're in a range where Katalina can kill in one combo, and I am not even kidding.
Ooh.
But it's Xerom killing in one combo off a Blanca ball. Always have to be so aware of that move when you're anywhere near the corner.
Yeah, both these characters have really explosive options in the corner, with the various wall bounces and like extenders, and especially if they have full meters. There's not a lot of opportunities to spend those meters mid-screen. With Charlotta, I guess you can go for kind of like a really safe Blanca ball just to check in neutral, but oftentimes by the time you get to the corner, you've got a full stack of cooldowns ready to go.
Mm-hmm. She can have some longer combos with big juggles too, and that is a great privilege in this game because she'll have the next move she needs back by the end of the combo. And be able to actually get rewarding Oki again. I struggle with that with Percival often because I'm a greedy offensive player, and the same moves that I use to generate offense are also used in combos for conversions. The only exception being DP. So
it feels better to spend them to get that like advantage state too. So it's really easy to just be like, okay, I'm gonna burn this. Naramaya, I do the same thing with like what is it, EX Misfiner. Or it's just like, no, I want the plus trains from this. Am I gonna do anything with them? Like, I don't know. Maybe.
And that depends, right?
But I've got them.
Gotta get creative.
They're mine now.
Yeah, and while it is cool to, like, if you're on an H starter or a counter hit overhead, then you'll definitely spend it in the combo. No scaling whatsoever. And that decision can change based on a lot of factors. Whether it's to kill is definitely the biggest one, but sometimes I work to do an efficient amount of damage while leaving the opponent outside of SSBA range, especially against Lowain, right? Once he gets that completely invincible wake up that you can't kill him through. I always try to kill Lowain when he only has yellow super left.
yeah, that's definitely my strategy. It's like the old Dark Phoenix strategy, right?
Yeah,
it's like if they don't have the bar to do the annoying thing, then you can just like 55-0 them.
You know, one thing I have to point out for F-Boy, the anti-air's been strong, but if that were EX lunge right there, that would have been wall bounce into full damage in the corner. That would have hurt so bad. Yeah. One of the strongest strengths that's totally not redundant of Katalina is the range at which she can wall bounce you. It's just as good as Gran's boot.
It's almost like half screen.
Yeah,
it's actually better.
It's better than Gran's EX boot, I think, but it's hard to even imagine that, but I think it is.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense until it happens, I feel like. And then you're like, oh, really? That's how it's going to go? Like, all right.
Yeah. You know, speaking of how is it going to go, you think he's alive?
That's going to kill. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Nobody's ever right.
Yeah.
Chip from that might have done it too.
I'm not sure if it was truly 0. There might have needed to be one more special.
Right on the cusp.
So that could have been a lot closer than we'll get to know, because Shermie got hit instead of blocking it or rolling through it. One thing you gotta have it on deck against Charlotta is punishes for the -7 DP.
Ooh, that jump A.
Yeah, it's putting in so much work.
And look at the damage that leads to.
Yeah, and Xerom kept the DP so that EX is available for the next knockout.
Waits it out, just looking for a little bit of a stagger to kind of flip the momentum.
That's a touch and death starter, and at the end of the set, the death of F-Boy came at the hands of a combo that we'll never get to see how much damage it was going to do. Just know that that is Charlotta's biggest starter. Corner Demon Flip Throw.
I've gotten hit by that before. It feels real bad when you have more than 20% health, and it probably felt pretty bad there.
Yeah, sometimes I actually try to do standing anti-air normals, like Percival's close M. And if you happen to get thrown during a standing normal, the grab gets you and you explode. It's comic,
Sad.
So That's a decision I'm never going to make again. And one decision I'm going to make right now is to allow Bunch to talk to congratulate our competitors in this exhibition we've been running today.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for tuning in to the 11th Granblue online tournament. It's a short one, but we're still gonna push this game. We're still gonna support it. So tell your friends to tell your friends. We're still doing things every Friday. Shout out to Teiga winning another one. On his way to playing in another tournament. We don't
Definitely saw another stream where Teiga was also winning, and I was just like, oh, that's why he's late.
he's a machine.
Grinding.
Yo, so super short story, but back when he and I were teammates on another team, like this was back in like 2014 or whatever. He would go to tournaments and we wouldn't even know until he got back that like he was like on this like excursion bodying people, and we were like, yo, we want a piece of the pie. And he was like, oh, my bad, I was just out in Virginia winning this money. And we were like, oh, cool. How much money did you win? Like 100 or 200? He's like, nah, like this $500 gift card from Visa. I'm like,
wolf.
What?
Thanks.
Huh? Thanks, fam. But, but it's just super cool to see that he's like still grinding, still doing his thing in 2020.
I remember seeing Teiga coming down to Buffalo tournaments, and I actually didn't put together that Teiga was from New York, because he would be completely alone with no like New York players.
Yeah.
How long does that drive?
It's like 7 hours, 6.5.
Yeah, that's like
amazing.
If on a bad night, that could be like an 11-hour, 12-hour bus ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been a world warrior since I can.
Yep.
Since I can remember. But,
hey, that's how you win all the tournaments, is you go to all the tournaments.
Well, he never really was beating me in tournament, but that's
all right, okay. Well, you got
later
Granblue next week, see what happens.
In Street Fighter 4's lifetime, when I stopped really caring and I was doing other stuff, he finally was like edging me out, and he was Gen was extra cheap and Balrog sucked, but neither here nor there. He was doing great, and I'm proud of him. But shout out. In all seriousness, shout outs to the 3 players that held it down. This round robin surprisingly was fun. It's definitely something that we should look into more. Like, I want to do something for. Maybe we should think about doing something for Granblue, like off day, like off Friday. Maybe just to like keep the interest going.
Yeah, give these masters a place to show themselves, and give them a roof over their head while they play and put on great matches that really need to be showcased because the game's still new and players are just hitting their peak. I didn't know Xerom was master until this tournament, so congrats to them for putting on a good match with Teiga and FBoy, and also hitting that rank.
For sure. But yeah, that's the end of Granblue. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna be right back with Street Fighter V action, starting in like roughly 13 minutes. So I'm gonna go be a TO in the background again. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out. I gotta go. Bye.
All right, I don't gotta go, but it's probably most professional that I eventually do. Also return to that staff room. I'm Monkey Business, and I'm a fiend for Granblue. I'll be streaming this game, and my @ is on the screen if you want to catch some of that along with this voice. I'll be playing some royalty-free lo-fi hip-hop in the stream as well.
Legal music. If you're trying to play right now, I'm trying to play right now. Who wants to go to New York Lobby 1 and get some games in? Like,
I just don't have my console.
For
this
yeah,
night.
That's right. You're out.
I'm so sad.
Brain check. Once we're back in the driver's seat, I want to get some more games because here Percival screwed me up, and I gotta figure that out.
I actually feel like I'm getting so much better. I am so excited.
I'm excited for this game in season 2, and there's a lot coming for this. I mean, that world has so many characters, so I can't even begin to think of who they're gonna pull outside of fan favorites. But you could put some goofy archetypes in this game and make it really wild. So
the more Loanes, the better.
Yeah, just like Summer Loane is a DLC character.
The triumph of that character design The
It's so
coward,
good.
underpowered character actually playing like the coward, letting his boys and his mom do the work. I love that shit. You
It's
know?
beautiful. Yeah, it's super well done. The polish, the like all the kind of character, like literal character that everything has in this game. So I definitely
Mhm.
want to grind it and like keep the dream alive. So
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
and
do that soon.
we will. And also be sure to check out every other event running Granblue Fantasy Versus right now, because we're just stepping into our rhythm as an independent community, making this game work online. But there are a lot of weeklies. I put out a little Google document that shows the times and days of the week for all of them. But just a couple to mention coming up later this week. We have Team Spookies NLBC Online this Saturday, aka tomorrow. Sunday we got Ronin Rumble, and Monday we got Levitation, Sonic Soul's passion project. It has like the sickest music playing during the tournament, even outside of Granblue. Definitely check that out as well.
Yeah, I entered. I don't know if I've gotten to enter a Run and Rumble because based on the schedule, but NLBC and Levitation, I've entered both of those, and like they're run cleanly. It's fun to be in the group. There's a lot of good players. So yeah, the whole circuit's like really solid right now.
Awesome. Yeah,
Cool.
let's keep that going, and I think we'll see you next week with some more stuff to add to the circuit.
Yep. Thanks to KO for streaming. Thanks for everyone watching. Monkey, always a pleasure chatting with you.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we'll catch you guys later.
See you next time, people.